My background and what brought me to 1Nebula is that I've been in the industry for over 16 years, specifically focused on software development and SaaS. I've been on the journey with 1Nebula, developing our SaaS solutions and most recently, of course, our Stactize solution. And that's always been a big passion of mine, to work on new technology, to bring new technology into market that helps solve customer challenges, specifically focus on things like digital transformation, also going to market and reaching and taking technology to a wider audience. I can absolutely elaborate on my journey with 1Nebula specifically. We started off with a SaaS solution focused on the South African market called OneView that managed technology and telco expenses, specifically mobile, fixed voice, WAN, etc. And very soon after that, we started to manage cloud expenses. And we had a big need there to be able to take our existing solution to a global audience, namely OneView. And in order to do that, we needed to be able to integrate with a partner like Microsoft and specifically their commercial marketplace infrastructure to take our product out of South Africa and be able to sell that to a global audience. And that's essentially where Stactize came in, helping us navigate the administrative and commercial hurdles that came with taking a product across borders. Thank you. What excites me the most about my role is being able to work with such a vast array of both customers on our OneView and our custom development side, but also working with these innovative software founders and software entrepreneurs that want to, in the same way that we did with OneView, take their solutions to a global market and help them untangle the complex web that is taking that solution through something like the Microsoft Marketplace and the Microsoft Azure Marketplace specifically to their global customers. There are so many great products that never get to cross our borders from here in South Africa, but also from across the Middle East and Europe that have these same challenges. And I love seeing the passion that they've developed their product with, and they want to take that product to a global audience. So what is the benefit of Stactize to our customers? Well, before we start on that, we have to ask the question, what was the benefit to us? Why did we develop it in the first place? Well, we needed to take OneView to cross borders and take it out into a global audience, and we had two ways to do that. The one way is to set up 1Nebula bank accounts all across the world in every jurisdiction that we wanted to go and operate in, or we could find a platform that we could integrate into that would do that for us. We had then chosen, as being Microsoft partners, the Azure Marketplace and the commercial marketplace ecosystem that Microsoft had created to reach those global customers. So we went about developing the integration into that from a billing perspective, from an onboarding perspective, creating a custom journey for our potential OneView customers to sign up seamlessly into OneView, add their Azure subscriptions, AWS subscriptions into the platform and immediately be live. This was such a game changer for us that we shared this with Microsoft. They were very interested in what we had done because we were one of the first to do it in South Africa. And from there, we actually co-developed it with them, took that to other partners in South Africa, then into other managed partners in the CEMA ecosystem, so Central Europe, Middle East, Africa. From there, we actually then launched Stactize as a standalone product, also incidentally available through the Azure Marketplace for potential customers to purchase. And they now get the benefit that we had got from, instead of doing a long development journey as we had to do the first time, they can now use Stactize with no development at all, integrate their solution seamlessly into the marketplace and sell their solution through the marketplace. Yes, I'd love to elaborate on what I mean by integration. So it's very important for anyone making a purchase of anything really, but specifically a tech product, which normally a complex sale and a very long sales cycle. It's very important that when the buying decision is made for that customer, that they can go from buying decision to completing the purchase without any roadblocks, without any stumbling blocks. Because again, as tech entrepreneurs, we know that if there's stumbling blocks in there, there could be a sale that we lose. So that integration and that specifically seamless integration into Azure Marketplace is key, that Stactize enables, so that a customer can go through a seamless user journey, complete the purchase with no effort whatsoever, but of course making sure that they correct, that it's concluded, and that the billing that goes back in through the Microsoft Marketplace is very clear back to the customer. And that's really what Stactize takes care of. It does all that heavy lifting, all the integration for the tech entrepreneur, so that he doesn't have to do that for his SaaS solution. Stactize stands out as a go-to-marketplace enabler by allowing customers to have no development requirement at all, and it's specifically focused on Azure Marketplace. Many of the other solutions in the space are either mostly consulting based, or they use templates that they give to the customer, but that means that that tech entrepreneur now needs to spend his valuable development time and roadmap time on developing something that doesn't bring him any additional value to his end customers. And that can be difficult to use when they're using a competitor's product that just gives them a template, for example. So what Stactize does is make sure that it has no development requirements to the tech entrepreneur. So they can focus entirely on the marketing around their product, the packaging that they would like to go with, the pricing that would be best for their customers, and not worry at all about the technical integration by wasting roadmap time, which is extremely valuable and expensive, as we well know, when we're running a tech team like a software development and QA team. So that's really what the benefit is of using something like Stactize, that it really allows you to focus your attention in the right place, and what makes it stand out from many of our competitors who again are mostly consulting or template-based products. What I believe is the most important in building trust with our customers is being able to say, in my experience, and that experience that I've gathered with my team over the many years of taking our own product to market and multiple products to market in this way, using something like Stactize, brings a lot of credibility and trust, that I can really bring up an application, bring up Partner Center in the case of Microsoft, and show them how this works, show them how integration into Stactize works, and that then really gives the confidence and brings across that confidence and trust into the customer. I've got really one good example to share, is that we started to work with this customer, and we had this customer had this really great idea and a fairly complex pricing model. We were able to take that customer through the journey of when we had implemented a pricing model that they had come up with, which would work if it was an offline, long, complex sales cycle, but in a online, seamless, frictionless purchasing journey, we don't want to have that complex pricing model. So we were able to show them from our experience what we had done before, what we had adjusted to it, and how we could still make sure that that pricing and that complexity could come into their model down the line, but at least they could launch with something more simple. And they actually saw that immediate growth and that immediate take-up of their product as soon as they had followed that advice from us. Let me give you a good example of building trust with a customer. One of our customers came to us with a very complex pricing model, and that worked great in an offline B2B enterprise sale. That's normal. But in an online environment, our experience has been that a more simplified, streamlined pricing model works far better, and we can always introduce additional pricing components and modules down the line. He took that advice, we launched with a simpler pricing model, and we saw a great uptake of his solution straight off the bat. And I put that down to having a very streamlined and simple pricing model. Yeah, so following up from our example, where we can build trust with someone to even share their pricing model and why this is important to them is, of course, coming through the transparency and the reliability that customers can place on us, because as openly as they share with us, we share with them. So we feel that open and transparent communication, even when we agree with something or if we disagree with something, we will tell them openly, and of course we will give very good reasons, and of course we will hear from the customer as well, from these really enthusiastic tech entrepreneurs, why something is really important for them and what is not negotiable for them. So once we have that established and we have that transparency both ways established, we feel that the trust and the speed at which we can execute is much better. What do I see in my future with 1Nebula and Stactize? Just like I do with OneView, we're so excited to continue to work with these enthusiastic tech entrepreneurs as well as our enterprise customers on OneView who are working on amazing solutions, want to take them to a global audience and want to take them into cloud and want to know how best to do that, want to work with us to find a smarter way to take their solutions into the marketplace and into the cloud environment.